Friday Night Lights, high school football live from Gainesville. I'm Lance Williams on the Blue Wave Audio Network. PK Yonge plays host to Trinity Catholic for the Class 1A District 4 Championship. It's been decades since the Blue Wave has been victorious against the Celtics, but this season Trinity Catholic has been struggling, 1-7 on the season, whereas the Blue Wave has been having some success in the second year under head coach Willie Jackson Jr., 5-2, riding a 3-game winning streak in 2024. PK Yonge, they take their spots on the field wearing their navy blue jerseys with blue numbering on the front and back with a white trim blue pants, as well blue helmets with a white face mask. What stands out today is both teams sporting a little bit of a pink accessories for both of these two teams. You see a lot of pink arm and leg sleeves for the Blue Waves, and a little less for Trinity Catholic, who is wearing their white jerseys with green stripes on their shoulders with green numbering on the front and back with a golden set of pants, and then green helmets with their golden TC logo. PK Yonge, they will be kicking off to the visitors right to left. Back to receive for the Celtics, it is Andrew Leonard. The booming kick goes over towards the 10-yard line. It's recovered there by Rudiani, who fumbles, and it's picked up again by 12, and he's dropped at the 22. So a hard hit logs the ball free, but it's recovered by the Celtics. Number 12, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the opening drive of this game, starting from their 22-yard line, working left to right. It's the Celtics offense led by junior quarterback Carter Schofield. The Celtics, led by head coach John Brantley III, have just one win this season against Forest High School on September 6th. They've dropped their last 5. Lined up in the shotgun is Schofield with a running back on his right, 3 receivers on his right as well. He drops back, he's surveying, and the quarterback is moving forward as a flag comes in. 32. Sorry, check that look to be 28 as he slides down. A gain of about 6, making it 2nd and 4. So the flag is picked up by the official, and looks like it'll be a holding penalty on Trinity Catholic that'll push the ball back to where it started, so it's going to be at the 22-yard line. Check that, it's at the 17, so it'll be 2nd and long for Trinity Catholic, 2nd down, opening quarter, 11:41 left. Here as Trinity Catholic is visiting PK Yonge. So lined up in the shotgun, it's Schofield, a receiver in motion. He hands it off to this running back who's barreled up the line of scrimmage, but instantly swallowed. That was Dagan Sweeting, the ball carrier. And it's 3rd and long for Trinity Catholic. The ball is at about the Celtic 14. They have to get all the way towards the 32. They have a long way to go. Schofield lined up, running back on his right, 3 receivers on his left. He's airing it down to the left sideline. Caught at the 30. A flag comes in. The ball comes loose. It's picked up by PK Yonge, and it is a fumble and a turnover. There is a flag in the backfield as it's recovered at the 35-yard line for the Blue Wave. He was forced a turnover, and it looks like this will stand. Might have been another holding call against the Celtics as the officials converge and discuss things. It was caught by Ace Means right at the line to gain, and he was hit hard as a flag is waved around by the official. Ball was placed at the Trinity Catholic 31. About the same spot as to where the fumble was and to where the hit occurred. The PK Yonge cheerleading group also sporting some pink as well, some pink shirts, shorts, and pom-poms, as are the Celtics. And so it's the PK Yonge offense that is on the field. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll start at the Celtic 31. An excellent field position for A.J. Powers, the quarterback, and the offense's first drive of the game. 10:59 left in the first quarter. Ball placed on the right hash. Powers lined up in an I formation. So he has Brockington wide left. Powers surveys another receiver on his far right. That's Foley. Hands it off to the running back. Jukes right at the line of scrimmage. He's brought down, and maybe a gain of 1. The ball carrier Braden Brockington. So 2nd and maybe 9.5 for the Blue Wave offense as Powers returns from the sideline. And the ball was actually placed at the 29, so it's more so 2nd and 8. A friendly placement for the Blue Wave. Powers lined up in the shotgun. He has his receiver Awuma wide left. Ball placed near the left hash mark. Trip receivers on his right. Powers takes the snap, looking right, sends it off in the flat. It's caught, working down the sideline, swallowed up, and he's pushed out of bounds. Might have been a gain of 2. This time with the catcher was Ty Moses, the junior receiver. Third down and 6 for PK Yonge. They've got to get towards the 25-yard line. The ball's at the 31. Ball on the right hash. Powers looking around as the sun sets with a beautiful blue and orange gradient on the western horizon. Blue Wave going right to left. They're in Celtic territory. Powers takes a snap, and the receiver drops it right at the 25-yard line. It was Braden Brockington. Just a drop there as he was trying to make a catch through contact. So it's 4th down and 6. The offense still on the field for PK Yonge. Now the quarterback will come off of the sideline, and looks like Willie Jackson is making the decision to go for it here against a team in Trinity Catholic that has struggled to stop opposing offenses, allowing 37 points per game. Powers, no one in the backfield, 3 receivers on his left, 2 on his right, all sporting some sort of pink accessory for this pink out. Powers takes the high snap, he's surveying, he's going up the middle, and it was too high for Ty Moses, the receiver who was wide open right at the 20-yard line. So turnover on downs. The Blue Wave can't produce any points despite the stellar field position off of the previous Trinity Catholic fumble. 9 minutes, 17 seconds left in the first quarter. 1st and 10 for Trinity Catholic, now moving left to right as a timeout is called. It'll be the Celtic offense going from their own 31. We'll take a quick pause. You're listening to PK Yonge Football on the Blue Wave Audio Network.
You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave.
Trinity Catholic retakes their spot on the field. 9 minutes, 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Still no points. Second drive here for the Celtics. It's 1st and 10 from their own 31 following the turnover on downs for PK Yonge. The quarterback, Carter Schofield, lined up in the shotgun. He has his running back alongside his right hip. 3 receivers on his right, 1 on the left. The ball is placed in the center of the 2 hash marks. Whistle sounds. Receiver in motion as he pitches it off. There to Pools, barreling forward. He's wrapped up and dropped at the 36-yard line. A gain of 5 for the ball carrier Poole. Good offensive production there from the junior. So 2nd and 5 for Trinity Catholic. Moving up the field now. Schofield continuing about 4 yards behind the center. Poole still there. Now he's blocking. Schofield drops down. He sends down towards the left. Caught at the 50. Moving up. Pushed back towards the 52. A good reception there for number 6 for the Celtics. First down for Trinity Catholic, who's on the opposite side of the field for the first time this game. 1st and 10. Ball placed at the 53. Schofield once again with Poole on his right half. 2 receivers on the right, very wide right. It's DeRiso. Schofield takes snap, fakes the handoff, caught in the flat. Looking at a array of Blue Wave defenders, but he pushes forward down towards the 47. There at the catch, it was DeRiso. So it's 2nd down and 8 now. 7:50 left in the first quarter. Schofield now moves Poole to his left, continuing the shotgun. 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. He hands it off to Poole, forces his way through the line of scrimmage, breaks some tackles. Now he's wrapped up and dropped at the 35-yard line, and that is very close to the line to gain, and it's not a first down, so it's correct that the chains now will move. A late signal there from the official. So 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Trinity Catholic looking down towards the opposing end zone. Schofield 2 in the backfield, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Now the man on his left half motions over. Schofield, pocket collapsing, he's rolling out right. He's looking, he has 1 man, and he gives it off to 6, pushes his way down towards the right sideline, and he's bolstered down at the 30. Trinity Catholic's offense, a team that has struggled to produce points this season, 13.4 points per game, with a decent offensive showing on this drive. Their opening drive that started the game ended in a fumble following a catch that would have been their first down of the game. Schofield lined up with Poole on his left, 6 on his right, hands it off to 6, looking around, surveying, breaks through. No, he's not. He's tackled eventually there by Reagan Hollinger. 3rd down and 5, ball placed at the 28. Schofield with Wyatt Lucas now in the backfield with him. Schofield drops off. 1 D tackle is broken through, but Schofield's rolled out right, and he overthrew his receiver. Pass intended for Joey DeRiso would have been caught at, well, could have been caught at the 20. There was some good defense there from the Blue Wave. So 4th down and about 4. Ball still at the 28. They have to get down towards the 25-24 area. Still scoreless. 5 minutes and 59 seconds into this game. Schofield there in the shotgun with Wyatt Lucas in the backfield as well. 3 receivers on his right. Joey DeRiso continues to work from the outside. Schofield takes a snap. He's airing it down up the middle. There is DeRiso. Caught. He's down to the 10. Breaking tackles, and he's finally dragged down and tripped. But he's at the 2-yard line, and the Celtics showing some signs of life. It's a 1st down, and Willie Jackson Jr. drops his clipboard in disappointment. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line for Trinity Catholic as the officials call timeout. With 5 minutes and 51 seconds left, the Celtics threatening to get into the end zone. Take a quick pause as you're listening to to Blue Wave Football on the Blue Wave Audio Network.
You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave.
Back here on the Blue Wave Audio Network. 5 minutes, 51 seconds left in the first quarter. Trinity Catholic with the ball at the Blue Wave 2-yard line. Celtics with a big fourth down conversion to set up a potential score. Trinity Catholic in that tight huddle with the golden helmets glistening in the Friday night lights. It's the Blue Wave with a tight bunch formation, trying to get a goal line stop here. Trinity Catholic led by their junior quarterback Carter Schofield. Will hand it off, breaking through the middle, and touchdown for number 6. The Celtics strike first, and it's 6-0 Trinity Catholic. Lined up for the kick. Carter Schofield will hold for his kicker. There's a snap a little high, but the kick is up and through. Successful PAT from Dagan Sweeting. So the Celtics lead 7-0 over PK Yonge. 5:45 left in the first quarter. We'll go back to the break. So you're listening to Blue Wave Football on the Blue Wave Audio Network.
You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave.
Trinity Catholic with a 7-point lead. In the opening quarter, 5:45 left. Trinity Catholic will kick left to right. Their kicker, Dagan Sweeting, with an offside kick, but it's recovered by the Blue Wave at their own 48. A bold decision by head coach John Brantley III. It was almost muffled there by J.J. Santiago initially, but a good recovery by the defensive back / punt returner to set up PK Yonge with the ball just about at midfield. 7-0 Trinity Catholic. Their offense back on the field. Previously, a turnover on downs earlier in this quarter after they started within the opposing half of the field. Once again, Trinity Catholic defending. PK Yonge will look to go right to left. A.J. Powers, the quarterback, lined up with the ball at the right hash. Running back behind him. They'll hand it off. They're working on the outside left. Going down 40, 35. A flag comes in as he's tackled at the 32-yard line. A big gain for Braden Brockington. On the tackle for Trinity Catholic, it was Luke Rudiani. The flag came in at the Trinity Catholic 41-yard line, and it's holding against the Blue Wave, so it'll push them back quite a bit. Tough break for the Blue Wave on what could have been a large gain by the sophomore. Instead, they're moving the chains back. Or moving the line of scrimmage. Ball is still at the 58, so I think it might have been the flag came in 10 yards on the gain, so they get pushed back exactly to where the line of scrimmage is. So 2nd and 10, ball at the PK 49-yard line. Powers lined up with 2 running backs right in front. He hands off to Brockington again, working on the left side. Slips, and he's wrapped up by 2 tacklers. The initial hit by Michael Neal, and then Luke Rudiani came in to finish the job. So it's so now it's 2nd down. 2nd down and 11 for PK Yonge. Ball placed at the 12. At the 47, they have to get towards the Trinity Catholic 40. 4 minutes, 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Celtics lead 7-0. It's the Class 1A District 4 championship game. Trinity Catholic has bested PK Yonge in past few decades. The Blue Wave with a good opportunity as Trinity Catholic a down year, 1-7. Powers line up I formation. Doesn't hand it off to Brockton. He's hit as he throws up the middle. It's almost intercepted, but a hit by the Blue Wave receiver up the middle at the 40 to keep that one out of the hands of Sean Thornton, the safety. It was Ty Moses delivering the hit that lodged that one out of the mitts of the safety. So it's now 3rd down for PK Yonge. 3rd down and 12. Ball at the 48. They have to go towards the opposing 40. PK Yonge going right to left. Powers comes out of the sideline. He's the only player on the field for PK Yonge without a pink accessory. It's a bit of a pink out here in Gainesville. Wide right, it's Sierra and Foley, the dynamic receiver, kicker. He does everything on the left. The running back, Braden Brockington. Powers lined up in the eye. Takes the high snap. He hands it off to the other Brockington, who drops the shoulder, and the ball comes out. It's picked up by Trinity Catholic on their own 47-yard line. A second fumble of the game this time for Trinity Catholic. A good recovery there from Christian Neal. Hard to tell who though. I believe it was Foley who came in with the carry. I'm not sure. So it's 1st down and 10 for Trinity Catholic. Ball is officially placed at their own 47. They're looking to move left and right. And just to continue the theme of a pink out, even the official with pink wristbands. And the shotgun, it's Schofield. Takes a snap, drops back, airing it down on the right sideline. It's tipped, but not caught. It was somehow back in the hands of the receiver, Christian Neal, but a gorgeous pass breakup with the cornerback, Cameron Awuma. If he got up maybe 4 or 5 inches, he could have gotten an interception, but still a tremendous play by the defensive back. So 2nd and 10 from their own 48 for Trinity Catholic. Celtics looking to move up and over the 50-yard line as the huddle breaks. Trinity Catholic has their formidable running back, Wyatt Lucas, on the right side of Schofield. 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Ball placed on the right hash. Schofield issues Lucas to the left. Now we'll drop it over behind the line of scrimmage. He's working on the left sideline. He's past the 1st down mark, but might have been out of bounds, and he's out at the PK Yonge 48. So a gain of about 4 yards for the running back, who caught it about 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage, worked his way up, might have maneuvered around contact, and 2nd down and short. Probably 2nd down and 2 as a timeout is called by PK Yonge. Willie Jackson Jr. on the field, swaying his play calling sheet around in the air as the sun has officially set here in Gainesville. The lights are on, keeping the field bright. 3 minutes, 23 seconds left in the first quarter. Trinity Catholic with a 7-point lead over PK Yonge in the Class 1A District 4 Championship. These two teams, last time they met, October 26th, just 1 day shy of a year ago today. The Celtics defeated PK Yonge 49-8. That was the first game with Willie Jackson Jr. in this rivalry as head coach. And the former Blue Wave football player, basketball player, track athlete, baseball, he did everything here. Would love for a different result for his players. It's third down and 2 from the PK Yonge 48-yard line. They have to get to the 46. Huddle quickly breaks through. Schofield hands it off, and it's a tackle for a loss, number 6. The ball carrier, and he's wrapped up and brought to the ground by Oscar De Leon, the defensive tackle. A huge play there by the PK defender, but the offense will stay on the field after a handful of changes in personnel. The important one, though, Carter Schofield, the quarterback, he's still out there. 4th down and 5 from the PK Yonge 46. I guess they have to get to the 41. Schofield takes a snap, drops back. He's surveying. He throws it. And the pass is incomplete, intended for Joey DeRiso. I think John Morant might have gotten a hand on it. So a turnover on downs for Trinity Catholic. PK Yonge will return to the field with 2 minutes and 35 seconds left in the first quarter. They trail 7-0 over the visiting Celtics. They'll start from their own 46, working right to left. PK Yonge, the ball just 4 feet to the right of the left hash. Powers there in the backfield with I believe it's John Morant, and he hands it up. The swift running back right at the line of scrimmage. He's swallowed and pushed back. On the tackle for Trinity Catholic was Michael Neal. Line of scrimmage moves up by about 2 feet, maybe moving it towards the PK Yonge 47 now, so it's 2nd down and 9. They have to get to the Trinity Catholic 46. Powers, I formation, running back behind him, 2 receivers on his left. He drops back, he's looking towards the left, and he just throws that one too low, intended for Sierra and Foley, but that was not a catchable ball. 3rd down and 9 for PK Yonge. Minute and 47 seconds left in the first quarter. District championship game here in Gainesville. Trinity Catholic has made the trip slightly up the state from Ocala, not too far. Behind Powers, who's in a shotgun, it's Braden Brockington. 2 receivers on each side. Takes a snap. Powers airing it down on the middle, and it's off the fingertips of Ty Moses at about the 27-yard line. Would have been a first down, but just slightly overthrown by the junior quarterback. And it's 4th down and 9 yards for PK Yonge, who will look to keep the offense on the field. Fourth down and 9 for PK Yonge. They're at their own 47. They have to get towards the Trinity Catholic 44. Powers still with a running back in the backfield despite it being 4th and long. 2 receivers on his right. He takes the high snap. He's looking right. He fires a missile, and it's caught for a first down. A nice slant route ran by Braden Brockington. And that'll move the chains for PK Yonge. A big-time completion for the quarterback Powers, connecting with the sophomore. The ball is placed at the Trinity Catholic 41. The Blue Wave are in Celtics territory once again. Just under a minute and 20 left in the first quarter. Powers lined up in the shotgun. Ball center of the field. 2 receivers on each side. Running back in the backfield. Powers takes it, fakes the handoff, goes right. It's caught at the 35, trying to break through tackles, but he's having his jersey ripped down, and he might have muscled his way a little bit forward. This time was Brendan Brockington. Setting up second down and about 3. Ball placed at the 32. They have to get to the 30, so second down and 2 for the PK Yonge offense. About 30 seconds left now in this opening quarter as Powers jogs back from the sideline. The Celtics with a 7-point lead, 7-0 over PK. Ball on the right hash. Powers, 2 receivers on his left. It's Morant and Brockington. 2 on his right in the backfield. Fakes the handoff, airing it down. No one was there. The intended receiver was Moses. Ran into some contact and kind of stopped running his route. Ball dropped over towards the Catholic 2-yard line. So 5 seconds left, about enough time for one more play in the first quarter. For PK Yonge, a respectable decision to go for the deep ball on second down and short. So it's 3rd down and 2, working from the Trinity Catholic 32-yard line. They have to get to the 30. We'll see what play head coach Willie Jackson Jr. will dial up for his team. Huddle breaks. Powers with Brendan Brockington in the backfield. 2 receivers on each side, facing a 4-man front as a flag comes in from the official at the 10-yard line. It's a flag against PK Yonge, maybe a false start by one of the linemen. And that'll push them back, so it's 3rd down and 8 now, or 7 or 8. It's at their Trinity Catholic 37. Still facing a 4-man front. Trinity Catholic showing blitz, and another flag flies in. We'll see if this pushes PK Yonge back even more. 2 seconds left in the first quarter. Trinity Catholic leads 7-0 over PK Yonge. And it is against PK Yonge, so they had what was once 2nd and 2 from the 32. Now it is 3rd and 17. Ball's at the Celtic 42-yard line. Powers will have to show off that big arm he has. Now the official calls timeout. A little bit of confusion here in the remaining seconds as now they'll move the ball back towards the 42 without a snap even occurring. So it's 3rd down and 12 from the 42. They have to get towards the 30. Blue Wave working right to left. Powers still with someone in his backfield with 2 receivers on each side, ball on the middle. He's airing it down right sideline. He has a receiver, he's looking, and it's broken up. Nice job there from the quarterback for Trinity Catholic. That was Sean Thornton. Well, the intended receiver was Brendan Brockington, who was he was past the ball. The cornerback was just able to do enough and knock it down, so it's 4th and 12 for the Blue Wave, and that's the end of the first quarter. PK Yonge trails 7-0 against Trinity Catholic. You're listening to the Blue Wave Audio Network.
You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave.
Start of the second quarter here in Gainesville. PK Yonge trails 7-0 over the visiting Trinity Catholic Celtics. It is 4th down and 12. The Blue Wave are now moving left to right. Ball is placed at the Blue Wave 48-yard line, and they need to get towards the opposing 40. And previously it was they had to get to the 30, and the ball was placed on the 48-yard line. So not sure why the down and distance is at a different place. Not sure if this placement is correct. Still awaiting the first snap of the second quarter, and there is some confusion, and I think it's because PK Yonge is supposed to be with 4th down and 12 from Trinity Catholic 48, not their own 48. Or should be at their 42. They are lined up from their own 48, though. Powers, 2 receivers on his right, 2 on his left. He drops, he's set, he airs it up, and it's caught. And that is just enough for the first down. A good job there as he's short to get up, or it takes time to get up. It's Braden Brockton, the running back, who's lines up a lot as receiver. He does a lot of stuff for this team, and he does enough there for the Blue Wave to pick up a first down. So it's 1st down and 10 from the Trinity Catholic 38-yard line. Powers sets up back with 2 receivers on his left. He has Powers on the hash mark. Then Morant there as well. He's set to throw it again. He's looking up the middle, and it's intercepted. Brockington tackles, and Powers kind of in disbelief. It looked like he might have thought there should have been a pass interference call, but it's intercepted by Christian Neal, the safety. That was around the 15-yard line. So Trinity Catholic, their second turnover of the game, but sets them up back towards their own end zone. Trinity Catholic leads 7-0 in the second quarter, 11:28 left in the first half. Celtics offense set. Schofield set, he hands it off. Working on the left side, jukes out John Moran. He's working down towards the 25. Drops the shoulder, and he's forced down at the 29-yard line. That was Wyatt Lucas, the running back, showing off the legs. First down, Trinity Catholic. 11:18 left. First and 10. Celtics, ball placed at their own 29. They're working right to left. Schofield, ball placed at the left hash mark. He takes the snap. He's looking, surveying, airing it down up the middle, and it's caught as he drops down towards the ground. A nice play made by Ace Means. Came in from the slot on the right side, slanted off to the left, and he broke through the Blue Wave secondary. And that one was caught at the 42 of the PK Yonge half. So TC going down the field now. They break the huddle. It's first and 10 from the Blue Wave 42. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Ball's on the left hash. Schofield will shovel it off to Lucas on the backfield, and he's broken up and tackled there by Antonio Williams, making a good play to make it second down and 14. Ball's placed at the 45-yard line. They have to get towards the 32. Schofield, a running back to his left. Fakes the handoff to Lucas. Quickly dropped off there, and it's caught for a first down and more as he's wrapped up and tackled at the 30. Good play by Ace Means, who continues to tear through the secondary. So we're less than 10 minutes left now in the first half. Trinity Catholic has the chain gang active on this Friday night. They lead 7-0. It's first and 10 from the 25. PK Yonge with a 4-man front against the Celtics offense, who has 2 in the backfield. Schofield will hand it off, and he breaks through. He's wrapped down at the 22-yard line. Nice run there from Devontae Grant. And then on the tackle, it was Ty Moses. So second down and 4 now. The visiting Celtics. 9:26 left in the second quarter. It's a Class 1A District 4 championship game. Trinity Catholic has made the trip up from Ocala to face the Blue Wave. PK Yonge has not defeated this team in a couple of decades. It's been a long run of dominance for the Celtics, but they're 1-7 this year. Schofield hands it off to 6, who forces his way past the line to gain, and he's slipped up at the 12. It's a first down for the Celtics. We're situated in the red zone with 8:55 left in the second. Schofield breaks the huddle. 3 receivers on his right, 1 on the left. Ball on the center of the field. Is Lucas in the backfield with him. He hands it off. No, he doesn't. Well, yes, he does. And he sprints up through the right hash and into the end zone. Luke Rudiani, the other man in the backfield. The Trinity Catholic touchdown. It's 13-0 Celtics with 8:32 left. Trinity Catholic, they average 13.4 points per game. They're about to maybe surpass that average here at the PAT with Andrew Leonard. Different kicker than the last time. High snap. Good hold. Lucas sends it through. 14-0 Trinity Catholic with 8 minutes and 32 seconds left in the second quarter. First time it was number 6 with the touchdown run. This time on the other end, Ace Means with a 12-yard touchdown run put Trinity Catholic up 14-0 over PK Yonge. You're listening to the Blue Wave Audio Network.
You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave.
$14-0 Trinity Catholic, 8:32 left. Celtics kicking right to left now. Back to receive is Braden Brockington. Last time the Celtics went with an onside kick. We'll see if they go with a similar approach here. With the kicker, Andrew Leonard. Ball on the near hash. Leonard goes up, and this time an actual kick that floats over towards the 5-yard line where it's caught by Brockington, working his way forward, twirls as he slipped up at the 27-yard line. Considerable return there for Braden Brockington to set up his quarterback Powers. 8:24 left in the first half, 14-0 Trinity Catholic over PK Yonge. The Blue Wave 5-2 on the season, an improvement from the previous year where they were 3-7. So it's a winning season clinched for head coach Willie Jackson Jr. One more game after this against Impact Christian Academy on November 1st, so a week from today. That's senior night. So 1st and 10 for Powers. Running back in the backfield is in Brockington. Ball on the near hash. He hands it off to Brockington, who's working around the left tackle. Past the line of scrimmage, through towards the 27 where he's pushed down. Good tackle by Luke Rudiani. Sets up 2nd down and 6 from the 33-yard line. $7:45 left in the second quarter. The visiting Celtics with a 14-point lead over the Blue Wave, who has held scoreless. And now that said, PK Yonge, they have not been held scoreless this season. It's been a growth in the offensive production. The second-year coach, Willie Jackson. So a timeout called on the field, and you would expect some quality offense from head coach Willie Jackson Jr., who is a former player and a member of the Steve Spurrier coaching tree. Coached briefly as a receivers coach for Steve Spurrier in a spring football league. So 2nd and 5 for the Blue Wave. Ball placed at the 33. They have to get towards their own 47. Ball on the far hash for PK Yonge. Powers has his receiver Foley wide right. Takes a snap. Hands it off to Brockington, working his way left again. Through some tackles, and he's forced down at the 42-yard line, setting up 3rd and short for PK. Seven minutes 10 seconds left in the second quarter. Trinity Catholic leads 14-0 as the Celtics band echoes. Powers set up in the eye with his running back Brockington behind him. Foley wide right again. Powers takes a snap, hands it off to Brockington, forces his way through, and enough for a first down and more. He's tackled at the 48-yard line. For the Celtics, I believe it was Cayman Poole, the linebacker. And PK Yonge having some success on the ground, especially with Brockton. And that said, he's had some success in the air with number 2 as well, who has a couple catches and over 20 yards in this game thus far. But it's 1st and 10, ball placed at their own 43. The Celtics lead 14-0 with 6:30 left now in the second. Powers has 2 players right in front of him to the left, behind the left tackle. As he mishandles it, he floats it deep downfield. He's looking for Ty Moses. Jump ball, tipped around and broken up by Joey DeRiso, the man with the neon green gloves. As Powers finally gets up a squat on the field. As the official will call a timeout so both teams can get water. The deep shot for PK Yonge unsuccessful. It'll set up 2nd and 10 from their own 43-yard line. 6 minutes, 13 seconds left in the second quarter. PK Yonge is back in action next Friday, senior night, against Newberry. November 1st, that game is at 7 p.m. You can tune in to coverage right here on the Blue Wave Audio Network. I'll be on the call. PK Yonge trying to get the passing game used against this district opponent. It's the Class 1A District 4 championship game. PK Yonge has struggled against Trinity Catholic historically. They have not won in decades. That said, the Celtics are 1-7 on the year. One of their worst wins, with one of their worst seasons to date, was the Blue Wave with a bounce-back season after they went 3-7 in 2023. Last winning season for PK Yonge was 2021, where they went 8-4. But they'll already have a winning season secured, because if they lose this game and the next, worst possible record could be 5-4. Second down and 10 yards to go for PK Yonge at their own 43-yard line. Powers with Braden Brockton behind him, 5 yards behind the center. Trip receiver formations on the near hash, 1 receiver far left. Looking at against the Celtics 4-man front. 2 high safeties. Powers takes a snap, steps up in the pocket, working down the right side, and the quarterback will keep it. And he's wrapped up around the hips and taken down at the 49-yard line. Flag is down in the backfield. It's a holding against the offense, and that's to make it 2nd down and 20 for PK Yonge, who has to get all the way towards the Trinity Catholic 47-yard line. Ball is placed at the PK Yonge 33. A long way to go. Second down and long for PK Yonge. Powers still has trip receivers on the near hash, 1 on the far left. Ball's placed in the center of the field. Powers stepping right. Here comes the pressure. He's sacked. A big-time tackle there for the Celtics. Michael Neal breaking through. Then he had the help of Ace Means to finish the job. First sack of the game for either team. Forces up 3rd and even longer for PK Yonge, who trails 14-0 with 5 minutes and 15 seconds left in the second quarter. Ball is placed at the 22-yard line on the right hash. We'll see what play Coach Jackson chefs up. Huddle breaks. Just a three-man front now for the Celtics, who playing a bit of prevent. They don't want to give up the deep ball here on 3rd and long. It's their own 22. Powers takes it. Brockington caught a screen pass. Hurdles his own man. He's breaking through on the sidelines. Over to the 40. Pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line, but a flag is behind the line of scrimmage. An excellent run from Brockington to get back towards the original line of scrimmage. And it's holding against PK Yonge, who's pushing them back and making it almost 3rd down and 40. The Blue Wave cannot catch a break with the officiating. 4 minutes, 13 seconds left in the first half. Trinity Catholic leads 14-0. The Celtics trying to get their second win of the season. Officials blow the whistle. 3rd down and long from the 12. They have to get all the way towards the opposing 48. Powers, 3 receivers on his right. He issues the guy from the backfield over, and there's some flags flying in from 2 different directions. It's likely going to be against PK Yonge. False start for the Blue Wave. This will be a 5-yard penalty. Places the ball at the 7-yard line for the Blue Wave. They have to get all the way towards the Trinity Catholic 48. Long way to go. 3rd down. Still a man in the backfield for Powers. 3 receivers on his right, 2 on his left. Ball the center of the field. Powers kicks, moves the running back over. Powers steps up and he's sacked in the end zone. A safety for the defense. That is not what you wanted if you were the Blue Wave. The second sack is a safety. And once more, it is the man, Michael Neal. Second sack on that drive. Makes it 16-0 Trinity Catholic with 3 minutes, 33 seconds left in the second quarter. You're listening to the Blue Wave Audio Network. We'll be back.
You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave.
A safety for Trinity Catholic makes it 16-0 Celtics over Blue Wave. PK Yonge will kick it off left to right. 3 minutes and 33 seconds left in the second quarter. Sierra and Foley will send it off from the 20. Places the ball on the center of the field. Lines this one deep back. No one's even back there to receive it. Kind of comes back, and then it's finally picked up by Ace Means. Striding fast up towards the 50. Breaks through it. PK Yonge side of the field. He has no one in front of him. Down towards the 20. Here's a flying tackle coming out of nowhere. And he's taken down at the 8-yard line. What a return by Ace Means. And it was Ty Moses sailing in like Will Levis on the tackle. And just as if PK Yonge didn't have enough on their plate already. They'll have to defend against the Celtics starting off in the red zone. Ball is placed at the 11. The Blue Wave half of the field. Celtics going right to left. And a player on the field down at the 47-yard line. Take a quick pause as each team takes their knees for the injured player. You're listening to PK Yonge Football on the Blue Wave Audio Network.
You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football.
The injured player for PK Yonge, it was Brendan Brockington, who winced, but he is limping over towards the sideline. We hope him the best for this game and for the future. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half. A long kick return for Trinity Catholic sets themselves up at the opposing 12-yard line. Carter Schofield, the junior quarterback, has set up 2 touchdown runs for his men in the backfield. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. And the Blue Wave down by a big 2 scores in the first half. Schofield takes it under center, hands it off to Lucas. Forces his way forward about 5 yards. He's wrapped up at the 10. And a flurry of Blue Wave players and Celtics players. And it's second down. And I believe the line to gain is about a couple feet in front of the goal line. It's hard to tell. But it's second down for Trinity Catholic with 2:40 left. They lead by 16-0. Schofield lined up underneath the huddle with 3 behind him. He hands it off this time to 6 again. Forces his way forward, and the flag flies in late. He's down at the 7 or 8 yard line for PK Yonge. And it's holding against Trinity Catholic that brings the Celtics back. Finally, one of the holding calls go against PK Yonge. Two minutes, 31 seconds left in the first half. Visiting Celtics lead 16-0. Second down and long. Ball is at the 16-yard line for PK Yonge. They have to get to about the 1 for a first down, or maybe it's second down and goal. Schofield takes it. Might be holding on the right tackle, but he issues a throw over to 6, bobbles it, caught, steps out of bounds at the 11. 2 flags in the field, 1 at the line of scrimmage, 1 a little ahead of it. We'll see where they go. And it's a second holding call, and yeah, it was on the right tackle. So it's second down, and yes, it is second down and goal. They have the ball at the 25-yard line. They have a long way to go to get to the Blue Wave end zone, but they've gotten down there 2 times already. Schofield lined up in the shotgun with his running back Lucas on his right side, steps back very far down. He airs it out towards the end zone. Dislodged. It was in the hands of Ace Means, but broken up by the PK Yonge secondary. Huge play by the safety, making it third down and 25 from the 25, so a long third and goal. Two minutes and 1 second left in the second quarter. Trinity Catholic with a 16-0 lead. Schofield Three receivers on the near side, one on the far side. He steps back, he has Lucas blocking for him. Flag flies in as Schofield's still dancing around. He's finally taken down. A sack for Caden Hollinger, the defensive tackle. And Schofield can't expect to have that much time in the pocket. And it's holding, and it's declined. So the sack makes it 3rd down and goal from the 35-yard line. Let that be 4th down. The minute and 52 seconds left in the first half. PK Yonge with a 4-man front against the Trinity Catholic offense. Schofield, 2 receivers on his left, 2 on his right. Man in the backfield with him as well. A lot of linemen up front. It's the tight end alongside the right tackle. The timeout is called on the field, and it will be Trinity Catholic using one on this critical 4th down. Maybe they were trying to draw him off sides. Hard to tell, but the clock running finally stops at 1 minute and 7 seconds left. Celtics lead 16-0 in the second quarter. Take a brief pause. You're listening to PK Yonge Football on Blue Wave Audio Network.
You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave.
Fourth down and goal from the PK Yonge 35-yard line for Trinity Catholic's offense. It comes out of the timeout with 1 minute and 7 seconds left in the second quarter and a 16-0 lead. PK Yonge with two safeties playing deep. Now one comes in. Just Ty Moses, the one high safety, playing all the way back towards the 8-yard line for Schofield. It's in the I formation. Takes snap, airs it down right sideline, way too far. The intended target being his favorite target, Joey DeRiso, but that was not a catchable ball, as it was also defended by the PK Yonge cornerback, John Morant. So a turnover on downs sets up PK Yonge's offense from their own 35-yard line from 1st and 10. They trail 16-0 with 1 minute and 4 seconds left for Powers in the first half. It's Florida's Class 1A District 4 championship game. PK Yonge against Trinity Catholic. The Celtics have dominated the Blue Wave historically. Not lost to this Blue Wave team in decades. Powers in an empty backfield, 3 receivers on his right, 1 on his left. 2 on his left, ball on the left hash. Floats it up high on the left sideline. There's 2 receivers there, and it's perhaps intercepted, and it's not, says the official. Despite the excitement from Trinity Catholic's sideline, it was intended for Brendan Brockington. They thought it was intercepted there by Noah Kaler, the safety. Powers just launched a prayer and it was incomplete, as the timeout is called by the official. They're just stopping the clock. 35 seconds left in the first half. So 2nd down and 10 from the 35 of PK Yonge. It's It's a gorgeous night for football. 73 degrees here in Gainesville. But right now, it's Trinity Catholic in the driver's seat for their second win of the 2024 season. A.J. Powers with not much time to get downfield and score. In the second quarter, he has 35 seconds left as the officials are talking, 3 of them, on the near side of the field. For Powers, he's lined up in an empty backfield once again. There's 3 receivers on the near side of the field. It's Brendan Brockington, Sierra Foley, and Ty Moses. As Moses has his hands on his hips as he's trying to figure out what these refs are talking about. For the Celtics, they have a 3-man front, something we've seen a lot of in this game. And also playing with 2 high safeties. Trinity Catholic and their head coach, John Brantley, they know Blue Wave like to throw with their big-armed quarterback. No one in the backfield. Receiver moves from left to right. They give it off to him. That's Brendan Brockington, a screen pass. Slips through a tackle, working his way down towards the 44, and he's tackled. A large run just shy of the first down. It's going to be second down in inches, and Brendan Brockington has led this team in touches, and it sets up that's third down and short. And a timeout called there by Willie Jackson Jr. to stop the clock for the Blue Wave with 36 seconds left. So I believe some time was added in that previous hiatus. 16-0 Trinity Catholic leads in the second quarter. Take a quick pause. You're listening to PK Football on the Blue Wave Audio Network.
You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave.
Third and short for PK Yonge at their 44-yard line. Powers quickly dumps it off to Braden Brockington and drops it at the 50. Would have been a first down and about 5 more yards. So that sets up fourth down and very short for the Blue Wave with 32 seconds left in the second quarter. 16-0 Trinity Catholic. Class 1A District 4 championship game here in Gainesville. Trinity Catholic has made the journey up from Ocala to face the Blue Wave. Powers, an empty backfield, 3 receivers on his left, 2 on his right. He's on the near hash. Moves Brendan Brockington from the right to the left. Now Powers gives it off to Braden Brockington, the brother, who fires his way forward. And he gets a first down just barely. A big juke by Brockington to switch up the defender. That makes it first down and 10, the 46-yard line. Chains will move the clock at the 26-yard line, at the 26-second mark. 16-0, Blue Wave over PK. First down and 10 for Powers. Still has an empty backfield. He has both Brockingtons on the near hash, 3 receivers on his left. It's Moses, Sierra Foley, and then Powers. Powers rolls out left, and he's sacked for the third time. Ball comes loose, picked up by Trinity Catholic. Down towards the 20, sticks his hand up. Touchdown Celtics. Wow, a scoop and score for the Celtics makes it 22-0 as the flag comes in on the celebration. It was a strip sack.
Yes, sir, Dillis.
For Michael Neal, his 3rd sack, and then picked up and scored by Kyler Poole, the defensive lineman. There are still 4 seconds left for the first half, and man, that is absolutely the last thing you want if you're PK Yonge, for the end of this half, a strip sack and a scoop and score. That's returned about 40 yards for a touchdown. 22-0, Trinity Catholic is the lineup for the PAT. So Leonard will look for the extra point, takes a snap, lines it up and through. 23-0 Celtics over Blue Wave with 4 seconds remaining in the first half. So the penalty on the excessive celebration on the scoop and score touchdown from the defender. That penalty will be applied on the kickoff. But PK Yonge, the big hole to dig themselves out of the remainder of this game. Trinity Catholic, a team that is 1-7 on the year, leads 23-0 against the home Blue Wave. The Celtics have lost their last 5 games. They're looking to change that here. They'll go kick right to left. The kicker, Andrew Leonard, the sophomore, will place the ball at the 20-yard line. To receive for PK Yonge, it's Braden Brockington. The dynamic offensive piece. And they go for the onside kick, and it's recovered. And there's a late hit that comes in as a flag flies in, and John Morant looks over at the Celtics man who just hammered him when he was already on the ground. You're not allowed to do that. It's not the NFL. And now that said, it's interesting. The Blue Wave might have enough time for a shot into the end zone. The ball was recovered at the Trinity Catholic 42-yard line. The penalty will be enforced on the excessive celebration, and now I think another penalty will be tacked on as well. So A.J. Powers, who thought his job was done, at least in the first half basically, is now picking up his helmet and mouthpiece and getting out on the field. Trinity Catholic leads 23-0 with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this will move the line of scrimmage way up. Remember, I'm not sure if it was an intentional onside kick, and it was a personal foul for a 15-yard penalty. So the ball is placed at the 24-yard line of the Trinity Catholic side of the field. So a very feasible opportunity for PK Yonge. Powers with an empty backfield 5 wide. Receivers on the left, it's Morant, Moses, Foley takes a snap, he floats it down towards the end zone, tipped around. No one was even there. Incomplete. That's the end of the first half. Trinity Catholic leads 23-0 over PK Yonge. It's been all Celtics up to this point. We'll see what adjustments head coach Willie Jackson Jr. will make during this break. Once again, 23-0. Trinity Catholic. Take a quick pause. You're listening to the Blue Wave Audio Network.
You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave.
Back here on the Blue Wave Audio Network, PK Yonge trails 23-0 at halftime. Let's reset some of the scoring plays that occurred. 5 minutes and 51 seconds left in the first quarter. A 2-yard touchdown run by number 6 made it 7-0 Trinity Catholic. 8 minutes 32 seconds left in the second quarter. A 12-yard touchdown run by the running back Luke Rudiani made it 14-0 Celtics. 3 minutes and 33 seconds left. First down and 10 for the Blue Wave at their own 45. H.A. Powers was sacked by Michael Neal, who has been everywhere in this game. He has 3 sacks for TC. He has been doing damage. The junior is performing very well, and that strip sack was scooped up and scored by Kyler Poole. That made it 23-0 Trinity Catholic. The score we have here, it is the Florida Class 1A District 4 championship game, and right now it's looking like Trinity Catholic might win against PK Yonge, a team that they've dominated against in the past couple of decades. 12 minutes, 30 seconds left in this halftime show. We'll take another quick pause on the Blue Wave Audio Network.
You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave.
Back here on the halftime show, I'm Lance Williams on the Blue Wave Audio Network. PK Yonge trails 23-0 with the visiting Trinity Catholic Celtics. Let's take a look at the college football scoreboard. Look at the ranked opponents in Week 9. Tonight, Boise State and their stellar running back Ashton Genty will face off against UNLV. One game has already been concluded. Pittsburgh defeated Syracuse 41-13, a win for the number 19 ranked Cougars. Tomorrow, a long Saturday slate. Number 4 ranked Ohio State will host Nebraska at 12. Next, Notre Dame, number 12 ranked Fighting Irish, face off at East Rutherford, New Jersey, the Jets and Giants Stadium, to face off against number 24 ranked Navy. Washington travels to Bloomington to face off against number 13 ranked Indiana at 12. Also at noon, Oklahoma is at Ole Miss against the number 18 ranked Rebels. The number 1 team in the country, Oregon, the Ducks, play host to number 20 ranked Illinois. That game's at 3:30. As we move into the 3:30 time slate, number 11 ranked BYU is in Orlando to face UCF. Missouri travels to Tuscaloosa. The 21 ranked Tigers and the number 15 ranked Crimson Tide. At 4:15, number 5 ranked Texas is at number 25 ranked Vanderbilt. Two, SEC powerhouses now. At 4:15, Florida State plays against Miami, a Sunshine State rivalry. The Hurricanes being ranked 6th in the nation. That game's at 7. At 7:30, Penn State, the 3rd team in the country, faces off at Wisconsin. Number 8 ranked LSU is in College Station against number 14 ranked Texas A&M. Moving to 8 o'clock, Kansas in a rivalry game against number 16 ranked Kansas State. And finally, number 22 ranked Southern Methodist is at Duke, a team that's 6-1. That game's at 8 p.m. You got to imagine Duke, if they win that game, they have an argument for being ranked. Of course, here at PK Yonge and right here in Gainesville, we have to talk about the Florida Gators, who have the weekend off. They're on a bye ahead of their rivalry matchup with Georgia. Number 5 ranked Bulldogs will face off against the Gators in the world's largest cocktail party next Saturday at 3:30 in Jacksonville. That should be a good one. The Gators coming off a big win over Kentucky, and Georgia an even bigger win against the formerly number 1 ranked Texas Longhorns in Austin. So 2 teams, 2 rivals coming off a bye. That'll be a good one in Jacksonville next Saturday. So the Trinity Catholic Band concludes their routine. 7 minutes left in halftime. Trinity Catholic leads 23-0 as we head back to a break.
You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave.
Coming out of the break, back here on the Blue Wave Audio Network. Halftime still with PK Yonge trailing 23-0 against Trinity Catholic. Now it's the PK Yonge band performing on the field with their player Jace Hutchinson participating as the drummer. He really does it all here in Gainesville, doesn't he? Take one last short pause before the second half is underway, right here on the Blue Wave Audio Network.
You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave.
Back here in Gainesville, PK Yonge hosting Trinity Catholic. Let's repeat the scoring from the opening half. It was the Celtics scoring with 5 minutes and 51 seconds in the first quarter. A 2-yard touchdown run by number 6 put them up 7-0. 8 minutes 32 seconds in the second quarter. A large 12-yard touchdown run. A lightning burst up the middle for the touchdown score from number 12. Later in the second quarter, A.J. Powers, the PK Yonge quarterback, was stripped on the sack at the 40-yard line, and it was scooped up and scored. That one by Kyler Poole to make it 21-0. Sorry, that was with 4 seconds left and 3 minutes and 33 seconds. It was a safety. Also, number 34 with a sack. He has made his impact on the field. Michael Neal, 3 sacks, 1 a safety, 1 a strip sack for a touchdown recovered by one of his other opponents. It's been all Celtics so far tonight. Trinity Catholic, they are 1-7 on the season, averaging just 13.4 points per game, allowing 37 points per game. But PK Yonge has not been able to keep those trends going, at least in the first half. The quarterback, AJ Powers, will need to make a little adjustments. So the band concludes their routine. An excellent performance, as always, by the Blue Wave Marching Band. So there's 30 seconds left now in this halftime. PK Yonge, Trinity Catholic, seems face off routinely, but it's been the Celtics winning in the past few decades. It's been a while since the Blue Wave got the victory. 23-0 is your score for the Celtics. Third quarter, just about almost underway right now. The Celtics lead 23-0. PK Yonge will receive the kickoff to start off this second half, but they have a long way to go if they want to come back from this one. Really, for the Blue Wave, all their offense has been conducted by Braden Brockington, the running back. We've seen him work from the backfield, work from wide out. He's done a lot for this team. And the question is, what can the other guys produce? How can AJ Powers look to tear up this Celtics secondary that has struggled in previous games? Trinity Catholic has lost their last 5. Their only win was on September 6th at Forest High School. That was 34-14. PK Yonge football is back in action next Friday against Impact Christian Academy. Senior night, that game will be played at 7 p.m. Coverage can be found right here on the Blue Wave Audio Network. As far as this game, Trinity Catholic in the driver's seat, 23-0. But PK Yonge has been an offensive team this season. They're averaging 33.4 points a game. That's a large jump from their 2023 average of 16.2. It's been growth shown by head coach Willie Jackson Jr. and his coaching staff in his second season under the helm of his alma mater. Although thus far it's been not very favorable for PK Yonge. Trinity Catholic will kick left to right. Ball placed on the left hash. We'll see if they go with the onside kick again, something we saw them try twice in the first half. Their kicker for this time, which is Andrew Leonard still. Setback to return for PK. It's not Braden Brockington. Instead, it's his brother Braden. Booming kick. They don't go onside, and it's caught this time by Powers. Works towards the right side, towards the left side. He's slapped on the jersey, but he's still up. Over towards the 28, where he's forced down by a flurry of Celtics. And it'll be first down and 10 from the PK 28. They'll be going right to left on this drive. There's a 12-second return in the second half. Trinity Catholic, they lead 23-0. As Powers comes off the sideline. They actually placed the ball just short of the 30. So first and 10 for PK Yonge. Their opening drive of the second half. Powers lined up with a running back behind him. 3 receivers on his right, 1 on his left. It's Brendan Brockington. Fakes the handoff, throws it up in the flat, and it's off the hands of the receiver into the defender, and it's dropped there by the defender, Cayman Poole, who maybe if he was paying more attention, he could have just held on to that football. Either way, though, incomplete pass, second down and 10 for PK. 11:42 left in the third quarter. Blue Wave with a 3-game winning streak on the line, starting on September 20th against TDH, then CFCA, and most recently against West Oaks October 4th, so a couple Fridays ago. Bowers breaks the huddle. No one in the backfield, 5 wide. On the near sideline, he has Brendan Brockington and Foley. On the slot on the right, he has Powers. He takes the snap. He's looking right. Lines that one, and it's caught for a first down. But he's pushed back towards the line to gain. And it is, yes, a first down. On the catch for PK Yonge, it was Brendan Brockington. So first down and 10 for the Blue Wave from their own 41-yard line. It's starting to get a little chilly here in Gainesville as the sun has set quite some time ago. As the temperature drops, that means it's closer to playoffs, and this is the district championship game as Power 6 snap lines it high. It's tipped off the receiver on the flat, and the flag comes in late. Trinity Catholic, they want to call. See what the flag is. The Celtics lead 23-0 with 11 minutes and 5 seconds in the third quarter. The flag is picked up and removed from the officials, so it is a second down and 10 for the Blue Wave. Ball's at their own 41. They're going right to left. They trail 23-0 against the visiting Celtics. Powers with an empty backfield once again. He has Brockington, Foley near sideline, 3 receivers on the far sideline. The dynamic Moses on the slot. Powers takes it. He's looking right again. Gives it off to Moses in the flat. Juggles it. Works down. He's got a first down and more. Pushes his way through some defenders, and he's out of bounds around the 40. A big play of about 19 yards for the Blue Wave. And that's the passing game that Powers hadn't been able to get going up to this point, but a good play for PK Yonge, who's looking to cut away from this 23-point hole that they find themselves in the third quarter, just under 11 minutes left. So it looked like he had stepped out of bounds well before the 40, so it's at the Trinity Catholic 44-yard line. Still a large gain, enough for a first down and more. Powers still an empty backfield, so Willie Jackson Jr. perhaps abandoning the run in the second half. Powers takes it, dumps it off to Moses in the flat again, this time the near sideline, forces his way through some defenders, and he's pushed down at the 38. Another big gain for Ty Moses. Go to get the junior receiver activated. So it's down at the 38. They have to get towards the 39. Check that, let that be the 34. So it's about second down and 5 now for the Blue Wave, who are in Trinity Catholic territory, building some momentum, but they still trail 23-0 with 10 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Powers returns from the sideline. He always goes to Willie Jackson Jr. to get the play call. The offensive mastermind who's succeeded at the high school, pro, college level. He's accomplished it all in his playing career. Now he's trying to translate that to coaching. Ball just to the right of the left hash. Brockington near sideline, 3 receivers on the right. Now a running back. They give it off to Morant, forces his way forward, but doesn't really get much as he's taken down around the line of scrimmage. He might have picked up just one gain. Makes it 3rd and 4. The ball is placed at the 38, so he got 1 yard, and they have to get towards the 34. Powers is kind of limping as he was running off from the sideline. Still in the field, but not something you want to see for your junior quarterback, who's an instrumental part of this Blue Wave team this season. Brockington still on the nearest part of the sideline with 3 receivers towards the right and 1 man in the backfield. It's Morant once more facing a 4-man front. High snap, fakes the handoff to Morant. Pump fake, rolling right and left, and he's tackled in the backfield. Another tackle for the loss from Michael Neal. Remember, he had the strip sack late in the first half that ended in a touchdown. He had the safety, then he had another sack. He has been fantastic for the Celtics in this game. Right now it's 4th down and about 6. Ball placed at the Trinity Catholic 41. They have to get towards the 34. So maybe about more so 7. 8 minutes, 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Powers moves away the man from the backfield towards the sideline. So 2 receivers on the near side, Foley and then Brockington. 3 receivers spaced out on the right. Powers quickly throws towards the right. It's intercepted at the 35. Work his way down the sideline. 50, 45. Dashing down, wrapped down at the 24-ish yard line. And it's actually stepped out at the 30 before the hit. A big-time interception there for Sean Thornton, who was right there, leaped up 2 hands, dashed down the sideline, and another turnover forced by Trinity Catholic. Just when P.K. Yonge was starting to build momentum on the offensive side of the ball, it's a turnover to set up TC on their side of the field. 8 minutes, 10 seconds left. Trinity Catholic leads 23-0, and they're threatening on the P.K. Yonge side of the field again. Schofield lined up. 2 men in the backfield with him. A receiver wide right. 1 left, ball just near the left hash. He hands it off. It's Wyatt Lucas. It's number 6. Ball didn't come loose. Might have came dislodged just slightly, but he's down at the 20. A 12-yard rush for number 6, who already has a touchdown this game. So 1st down and 10 from the P.K. Yonge 20. Trinity Catholic continues to threaten with their offense that has not been high potent this season, but it has been tonight. 2 in the backfield again. Hands it off again to 6. Forward, trying to strip him, but instead it's just a tackle after a 3-yard gain. Not sure who was there on the tackle. Sorry, it was a larger gain at about 8 yards, so it's 2nd down and short from the 12. The P.K. Yonge defense has struggled this game. They've been holding teams to 20 points per game, but they're down 23-0 with 7 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Handoff, no. Yes, it is. It's Lucas. Bounces off of tackles, and he's in towards the end zone. A touchdown for Trinity Catholic. All their offensive scores have been on the ground. This time they give it to their leading rusher, Wyatt Lucas, who gets the job done, making it 29-0 TC. Another 12-yard touchdown score. Kick is up and through, out towards the screen, and it's 30-0 for Trinity Catholic. They're making a statement here in the Class 1A District 4 Championship game. P.K. Yonge, a team that has struggled in the 2024 season. They're 1-7, but they're en route to another victory against P.K. Yonge, a team that they handle almost every year. And this is Trinity Catholic, a team that is having a down year compared to their standards historically, just showing the offense of John Brantley III. And this is by far the most points that Trinity Catholic has scored in the game this season. Previously, their high was, it was 14. Besides their one lone loss, they scored 34 points. So I'm checked there. 34 points was their season high. That was against Forest High School on September 6th. But right now, P.K. Yonge is not been able to stop this offense very often this game. Trinity Catholic will kick off from the left hash, left to right. Their kicker, Andrew Leonard. Trying to figure out who's back to receive for PK Yonge. It's not been the Blue Waves' night. 30-0 is the score for TC. Kicker dashes up, sends it high and down the left sideline, and it's caught at the 5. Working his way forward up the middle of the field, breaks through. I think it's over towards the 35, almost down at the 38. Ball might have came loose. I think the ball came loose. It's down at the 34, and it is not a turnover. First and 10 for PK Yonge from their own 34, moving right to left. PK Yonge trying to find a way to put some points on the board. They're running out of time. 7 minutes and 2 seconds left in the third quarter. The Class 1A District 4 championship game right now. It's looking like the title might be in the hands of Trinity Catholic, but PK Yonge would love to change that. A.J. Powers lined up on the right hash. Running back standing behind him. It's Brendan Brockington, who's done damage today. Looking at a 4-man Trinity Catholic front, 3 receivers on the near side, 1 on the right. Hands it off to Brockington, trying to find his way around a tackle. He does, forces his way towards the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up just a yard or 2. And then he's swallowed up and forced to the floor. And so they spot him maybe a foot behind the initial line of scrimmage. So about second down and 10 and a foot. Six minutes, 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Trinity Catholic with a 30-0 lead over PK Yonge. Ball moves more so towards the center of the field. PK Yonge now in an I formation. Brendan Brockington still in the backfield. A wide receiver far to the right. Looking like John Moran, 3 on the left. Powers takes it, drops it towards his receiver. Powers might have picked up 3. He's forced down around the 38-yard line. That'll make it third down and 6. PK now in the huddle. Ball is placed at the 38. They have to get towards like the 44. And there's Powers sacked in the backfield for the 4th time by big number 34. Michael Neal has been ferocious, powering his way through the PK Yonge offensive line, and what a performance here from the junior. 4th and long for PK Yonge with 5 minutes in the third. Third into nothing, Trinity Catholic in this district championship match. The quarterback Powers will remain on the field for the Blue Wave, who are needing some sort of offensive showing to create a comeback. But right now it's been the defense of Trinity Catholic containing the high-octane Blue Wave offense. Empty backfield for Powers, 3 on the left, 2 on the right in terms of receivers. Takes a high snap, floats it deep, high, left sideline, and it's intercepted and tackled at the Trinity Catholic 28-yard line. It was right there, tracking that one down. Devontae Grant had that one in his eye lines the whole time, and it was Ty Moses tackling and bringing him down. It was Moses having to play coverage on this side of the ball. So another interception thrown by Powers. We'll set up 1st and 10. Ball placed at the Trinity Catholic 30 with 4 minutes and 14 seconds left. PK Yonge trails 30-0. You're listening to the Blue Wave Audio Network. We'll take a brief pause.
You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave.
Trinity Catholic has led this game all the way up to this point. It's 30-0. 4 minutes and 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Following the interception by the quarterback Powers, it's 1st and 10 for the visiting TC Celtics at their own 30-yard line. The starting quarterback Carter Schofield still in the game, the junior with his good running back Wyatt Lucas behind him. 3 receivers on his left, 1 on the right. Takes a snap, hands it off to Lucas, who forces his way forward, a gain of 6. Tackled at the 36-yard line by a flurry of Blue Wave defenders. 4 minutes left, it's 30-0 Trinity Catholic. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Celtics, who are working left to right. Live from the campus of PK Yonge, I'm Lance Williams on the Blue Wave Audio Network. It's the Class 1A District 4 Championship game here in Florida. Right now it's the Celtics game to lose. They're up 30-0. Clock now down to 3:30 in the third quarter. Snap breaks, and it's Schofield still in. He moves his man Lucas to his right. He has 3 receivers on his left, 1 on the right in Emilian Jenkins. Takes a snap, hands off to Lucas, ground and pound, but he's brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up 1, might have turned this one into 3rd and 3. So he's down at the 37-yard line. They have to get towards the 40. But it's been Trinity Catholic just marching up the field for much of this game. Less than 3 minutes left now as it's 30-0. Trinity Catholic. TC is 1-7 on the year. They've lost their last 5 games, but it's looking to change now. 3 receivers on the left, ball in the center of the field. Schofield takes a snap, fakes the handoff, hands it off to the man in the flat on the left side, barrels his way forward up the sideline over to 50, pushed out of bounds, flag flies in late. And that is Kieran Foley pushing him out of bounds. It was the man with the catch being Devontae Grant, the wide receiver and senior. So 1st down, Trinity Catholic. We'll see what the flag is against. So he was pushed out around the 48-yard line. Instead, it comes back holding against the Celtics. That'll place the ball back at the 35-yard line, making it 3rd down and 5. Following the, what could have been a good play in terms of yards after the catch, but no, it's 2 minutes, 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Trinity Catholic leads 30-0 over the home Blue Wave. 3rd down and 5 at the 35 for TC. Schofield lined up on the left hash. Receiver on his right hip. He gives it off. No, he doesn't. He fakes it. RPO over the middle. Caught. Number 6 over towards the 45. Spins, and he's finally down at the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line on the Blue Wave side of the field. It's the Blue Wave trying and failing to defend this TC offense. Another big connection for Carter Schofield at number 6, who is unnamed on the roster, is doing damage. He already has a touchdown today and a couple of receptions. Schofield in the shotgun, low snap, fakes the handoff, airs it out, sideline, intercepted! Right on the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds. That is at the 25-yard line, leaping up and making the grab. The flag on the field in the backfield is against the offense. So they catch a break there. The second turnover, first off an interception for PK Yonge, sets up 1st and 10 for Powers. Still, TC leads 30-0 with 1 minute and 49 seconds in the third quarter. Class 1A District 4 championship game. TC looking to get the victory with a large lead. Blue Wave at risk of being shut out for the first time this season. Powers comes off the sideline to join his team. The junior transfer quarterback has led this team to a 5-2 record thus far, but at risk of moving to 5-3. Powers does have a man in the backfield with the ball on the right hash, one receiver on the right, two on the left. Yes, Sierra and Foley on the near hash, and then beyond that it's Powers. Tries to give it off to Brockington in the flat off the screen pass, but instead it's dropped by the junior. Might have been a tough connection with an awkward pass. 2nd down and 10 from the 18 for PK Yonge. 1 minute and 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Trinity Catholic with a 30-0 lead over the home Blue Wave. Powers back on the field, still on the right hash. Receiver on the right, it's hard to tell. In the slot, it's Brendan Brockington, followed by Foley, then John Morant. Powers gives it off to a man in the flat on the right side. Ball just not there. Mistimed, and it's been a continuous issue in this game for the Blue Wave. The intended target was Brendan Brockington, but you can't find it, so it's 3rd down and 10 from the 18, the PK Yonge side of the field. They're trying to get their way left down the field, but they are struggling to go south. 1 minute and 40 left in the third quarter. Powers lines up 5 wide for the third straight play. Receivers in that same order still as Powers 6 snap. Brockington catches in the flat, a screen pass. He's over towards the 20, has some space, takes a tackle, and he's out of bounds around the 32. That's a first down, but a flag flies in past the line of scrimmage. We'll see if it's a hold on the screen pass. That is the case, so it's a 10-yard penalty. It's still 3rd down. We'll see where they place the PK Yonge offense. A minute and 32 seconds left in this third quarter of this district championship game. The visiting Celtics lead 30-0 as the ball is placed at the 12. 3rd down and a lot. So the Blue Wave offense has to get over towards the 28-yard line. We'll see what play call they go with as Trinity Catholic has completely steered their way towards the lead thus far. They lead 30-0. Powers in the shotgun. Ball in the middle of the field. 3 receivers on the left. It's Foley, Morant, and Brockington. Powers takes the high snap. He's looking right. Airs up high, and it's jump ball dropped. Some good defense there by Joey DeRiso, who's done exceptional things on both ends of the ball today. As the intended target for PK Yonge was Brendan Brockington. Fourth down and long from the 12-yard line. .45 seconds left in the third quarter. Trinity Catholic with a 30-point lead to the Blue Wave, who have no points tonight. Empty backfield for Powers, fourth and very long. They're trying to make something happen. Powers sending a prayer down the left sideline, looking for Brockington. Incomplete. Might have been out of bounds. Intended for Brendan Brockington. On the coverage, it was Devontae Grant, and that's going to set up Trinity Catholic's offense in the red zone to start off this drive going right. They don't have much place to go. It's 1st and 10 from the PK 12. Trinity Catholic is controlling this game from the start. Got to highlight Michael Neal, the defenseman, with 4 sacks, a strip sack that led to a touchdown from his teammate, and then a safety. As here's the snap given off to Lucas, forces his way forward past the line of scrimmage. Might have gained 4. He's fallen down at about the 5. So 2nd down and short. As we'll see where the ball is placed, it looks like at the 5-yard line. They have to get to about the 2-yard line to pick up a fresh set of downs, but the way they're moving, Schofield takes a snap, hands it off to 2, forces his way forward. That's a 1st down and not a touchdown, so it's going to be 1st and inches. The ball carrier, Luke Rudiani. Four seconds left in the third quarter. Trinity Catholic leads 30-0. So it's a 1st down for Trinity Catholic, 1st and goal from about the 1 foot away from the goal line. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. Trinity Catholic will start the final quarter of this game from the 1-yard line, looking to punch in a goal line touchdown. They lead 30-0. We'll take a quick pause as you're listening to the PK Yonge Blue Wave Audio Network.
You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave.
Fourth quarter, just about underway. 30-0 Trinity Catholic over PK Yonge in the Class 1A District 4 championship game. Trinity Catholic, the ball just shy of the goal line on 1st and goal. Let's see what head coach John Brantley III in his 2nd stint as head coach with TC calls up for this play. A very tight huddle on the 9-yard line for the visiting Celtics. Everyone playing up at the goal line except for 3 PK defenders. Let's see what the play call is for Trinity Catholic. It's been a well-rounded team performance for Trinity Catholic. Leads 30-0. The 1-7 Celtics playing pretty well. Their second to last game of the season. Once again, first and goal. A turnover on downs from their own 12. Set up Trinity Catholic with this good field position. They quickly break the huddle. Carter Schofield. A shotgun snap to Lucas, who lunges forward for a touchdown through contact. Wyatt Lucas, his second touchdown of the game, makes it 36-0. Trinity Catholic with just 5 seconds used in the fourth quarter. So the clock looks to be running right now. It's a large lead for Trinity Catholic. Set to kick for the Celtics. Andrew Leonard to hold it. Schofield takes a snap. Lifts it up and through. 37-0 Celtics over Blue Wave. The clock will run with 11 minutes and 15 seconds left in this game. PK Yonge struggling in this one. The Class 1A District 4 Championship game. PK Yonge hosting Trinity Catholic. It's been all TC all game long. The Blue Wave has struggled to make their way downfield, has failed to convert on some pivotal fourth downs. Strip sack, couple fumbles. It's given TC some good opportunities, and Schofield, the quarterback, has capitalized. 10 minutes and 40 seconds left now. TC will kick off right to left. Ball placed on the far hash. The sophomore kicker, Leonard, will look to send it off for the PK returners. Back to return is Braden Brockington for the Blue Wave. Saw Trinity Catholic do some onside kicks a couple times. A couple times this game, we probably shouldn't expect one here. 37-0 Trinity Catholic with less than 10 minutes to go. High long drive towards Ty Moses, catches it at the 8. Has a couple blockers, he's working his way towards the 20, facing a barrage of tacklers, and he's taken down at the 24. Decent return there for Moses, the junior. 9 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Trinity Catholic leads 37-0. Blue Wave at risk of being shut out for the first time this season. They keep in their starting quarterback, A.J. Powers, who has made the transition from number 1 to number 9 midway through the season. Maybe it's the number that's doing him wrong. Nine minutes to go in the fourth quarter. TC leads 37-0. I formation for the Blue Wave. They have Foley on the near sideline. Braden Brockington wide left. He takes a snap, hands it off to Brendan Brockington. Wrapped up instantly on the tackle. He's brought down at the 30. It was Michael Neal, who has done everything tonight, with another tackle. He has 4 sacks, tackle for a loss to go with that. Forced fumble. That guy is incredible. So it's a gain of about 3. Ball placed at the 30. They have to get towards the 37. 2nd and 7 for PK. Looking at a 3-man front. See a lot of defensive backs on the field for Trinity Catholic. I formation for PKY. Takes a snap. Tries to hand it off to someone to the left as he throws, airing out for Foley, who catches it at the 38. He's tackled at the 45. What a play by Sierra and Foley, readjusting, finding the ball. Despite the presence of 2 defensive backs. Flag does come in right where the catch is made. And he's tackled at the 36. A big play for Sierra and Foley on the deep pass from Powers. 7 minutes, 45 seconds left. The first completion to Foley. 37-0. Trinity Catholic leads. PK Yonge trying to get on the board midway through the fourth quarter. It's a face mask called against the defender. Makes it 1st and 10 from the 30, maybe 31. Seven minutes, 15 seconds left in this game. PK Yonge would need a miracle to make this one closer. Powers line up in the aisle with Brendan Brockington behind him. Sierra and Foley line up wide right. Braden Brockington wide left. He gives it off to Brendan. Forces his way forward inside the 30. Over a grown man run. He's taken down at the 20. Yards after contact. Brendan Brockington says weight room, but it's still 37-0 Trinity Catholic. But they're at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for PK Yonge. 6 minutes, 37 seconds left, 37-0. Trinity Catholic, the visitors lead the home Blue Wave. PK Yonge is 5-2 on the season, at risk of dropping to 5-3. Trinity Catholic looking for just their second win in the season. A down year in terms of the standard set over for the Celtics. I formation, Brockington behind Powers. Receiver on each side, hands it off to Braden Brockington. It's fumbled, kicked around. It's over towards the sideline, and it's picked up by number 34. Number 14. As a flag flies in, it's Noah Kaler, the safety, who picked up that one that was dropped on the handoff to Brockington. Kicked around on the field. And a fumble recovery for the Celtics. 5 minutes, 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter and in this game. TC leads 37-0. So I think a timeout called on the field as PK Yonge collects themselves on the sideline. Trinity Catholic goes over as well. They're staying on the field, but in a huddle as the officials talking to each other and some sideline personnel trying to figure out what the flag is, what the play is. So it's a personal foul against Trinity Catholic after the play, so the fumble is recovered, but they will be penalized for when the offense sets up. So it's an official timeout called. 5 minutes and 39 seconds left for teams to hydrate. Take a brief pause. You're listening to the Blue Wave Audio Network.
You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave.
Handoff up the middle, working his way towards the right. First down, almost for Trinity Catholic. 5 minutes and 15 seconds left. Trinity Catholic leads 37-0 in the fourth quarter. Very close to the line to gain. We'll see if they move it, and they haven't yet. No, they point. So 1st and 10 for Trinity Catholic, makes their way up towards the 20-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 18 for the quarterback. It's a new quarterback now as they hand it off to Lucas, who's forcing his way forward again. Ball juggled around. He holds on to it as he's taken down at the 30. Another big carry for Wyatt Lucas, who has done a lot of things for Trinity Catholic. The quarterback who comes in now, I think it was Austin Holder, who's listed as a running back / linebacker. But Carter Schofield, his job has been completed for this game. Trinity Catholic, they'd lead 37-0 in the Class 1A District 4 championship match. Right now, the Blue Wave have been outmatched against their rival here in the 3-5-2. 3 in the backfield, counting the backup quarterback who keeps it himself, working his way up towards the 40. Swallowed up by PK defenders, pushed around, whistles airing. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left. PK trails 37-0. So it'll be second down and about 2. They have to get to the 41. It's even shorter than I expected. That's at the 40, so it's second down and very short for the backup quarterback for Trinity Catholic. Sorry, it's Brody Hawks, the backup quarterback. Hands it off to Lucas, fires his way forward. A flag comes in after the run. Might have gained the first down. Lucas continues to do damage even when this game is beyond the reach of the Blue Wave. Flag is holding, so they'll be pushed back. Timeout called by the PK Yonge sideline. 2 minutes, 38 seconds left in this fourth quarter. PK Yonge trails 37-0. You're listening to the Blue Wave Audio Network.
You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave. You're listening to PK Yonge Football. After the break, we'll have more of the Blue Wave.
Coming out of the break, 2 minutes, 38 seconds left in this game. A running clock, 37-0 Trinity Catholic. It is second down and 12 for them. Ball placed at their 30 following the holding penalty. Lined up in the backfield is still the backup quarterback, Brody Hawks, the sophomore, getting some reps in a varsity game. This offensive formation, all within the hash marks. The widest receiver right is on the right mark. The one on the left is on the left. Two men in the backfield joining Hawks. PK Yonge showing blitz. High snap, handed off to Lucas, trying to work his way along the right part of the field, and he forces his way back towards the initial line of scrimmage, so a 2-yard gain, making it 3rd and 10. And that was, Luke Rudiani with the carry. 2 minutes left in this game, 37-0 Trinity Catholic. 120 seconds away from the Class 1A District 4 championship. Trinity Catholic has outmatched PK Yonge tonight. The Celtics will be happy to snap their 5-game losing streak that goes back to September 13th. Minute 30 left. They hand it off on the right side, but no non-existent gain. They carry Rudiani again. So 4th and 10 from the 25-yard line. Make that maybe like the 26. Timeout called with 1 minute and 9 seconds left. So we delay the inevitable. Trinity Catholic leads 37-0. Much of their points have came in the first half. 30-0 was the halftime score. But a early fourth quarter touchdown run by Luke Rudiani has this at the current score. And there is some wild beast. There is a fox behind the field, ladies and gentlemen, on the soccer field, getting pushed around or chased around by a woman on a golf cart. This fox is dancing around, a mischievous beast. He's working his way towards the tree line, but he continues to turn around and eye the woman in the pink hoodie on the golf cart. The fox, working his way towards the tree line, continues to turn around. The mischievous canine is trying to keep his presence on the PK Yonge practice soccer field. He's going parallel to the tree line now as the golf cart eases its way forward. The fox moving back towards the light now, moving back towards the field of play. This fox is a tricky creature. Golf cart about 10 feet away as there's 1 minute and 9 seconds left in this football game, but this fox is showing some fight. Fox dancing around. It's 4th and 10 for Trinity Catholic from the 26-yard line. With 1 minute and 9 seconds left, they lead 37-0 as the fox continues to tease the golf cart. Under center. And then here's the first punt for Trinity Catholic. Drops over towards the 41-yard line, 40-yard line before it's touched by Trinity Catholic defenders. Less than a minute to go now, 1st and 10 for PK Yonge. They trail 37-0. The fox still on the soccer field. Over towards the scoreboard now. Continues to work his way along the tree line. Golf cart chasing. This fox, an elegant beast. A luscious orange coat with a white tip on his tail. He's moving his way on towards the north side of the soccer field now. He's still on the grounds of PK Yonge. He does not want to leave. He wants to get an education, something this school offers very well with its connection to the University of Florida. And finally, the fox will hide behind a tree, and now he moves out of it. He's still uncovered. He's shaded by the darkness now. He's hiding behind a soccer goal. There's 5 seconds ticking down towards 0 as the teams will exchange their handshakes, and this fox will continue to pounce around along the tree line. Final score here from Gainesville, 37-0. PK Yonge is bested by Trinity Catholic in the Class 1A District 4 championship game. It's a tough loss for PK Yonge. Their fewest points scored the first time they've been shut out this season. And that is not the way PK Yonge wanted this game to end. Let's recount the scoring. Started in the first quarter, a 2-yard touchdown run by number 6. Next, second quarter with 8:32 left, a 12-yard touchdown run by number 12 for the Celtics. 3 minutes, 33 seconds left in the second quarter. A.J. Powers was strip sacked in a 40-yard scoop and score. On the strip sack, it was Michael Neal. And then on the touchdown, it was Kyler Poole. That was with 4 seconds left in the first half. In the third quarter, a 12-yard touchdown run from Wyatt Lucas made it 30-0 Trinity Catholic. And then 5 seconds into the fourth quarter, a goal line score by Lucas again made it 37-0, your final score here from Gainesville. PK Yonge is back in action next week, senior night. November 11th, Friday, against Impact Christian Academy at 7 p.m. Tune into that game right here on the Blue Wave Audio Network. So, as far as this game is concerned, 37-0 Trinity Catholic over PK Yonge. The Blue Wave dropped to 5-3. Celtics move to 2-7 on the season. And I'm Lance Williams signing off from the Blue Wave Audio Network from Gainesville, wishing you a good night.